G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. So I've got a playlist link and I'll link that now to show my other battles in this season. However, for now, we're just going to jump in and get things started. See how we go. Currently ace ranked, trying to push up to the next one, but seem to be stuck at around the 2400 mark. So hopefully we can push up at some point soon. So we've got the Summer Cup or Ultra League, and I'm going to go jump into the Summer Cup. So 1500 CP. Eligible Pokemon types are on the screen, and I'm going to run a very similar team to what I run in just the Great League, which is Diggersby with Mudshot, Fire Punch, and Earthquake, Trevenant with Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, and Shadow Ball, and Galvantula with Volt Switch, Lunge, and Discharge. So Trevenant is the swap in there. So normally I would run Skarmory instead of Trevenant, but obviously Skarmory is not allowed. So I've got Trevenant in there, and hopefully we can get some decent matches and see how we go. So obviously with Diggersby on the lead, you don't want to run into grass types. Is probably going to be the main one in this meta. So let's see what we get. And that's called Foreshadowing because there's the Shadow Vic, which is just the worst. So for this, at least I know I've got two Pokemon in the back that can sort of handle it relatively well. And we'll see what they want to do. So I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Ball here. Because it double resists the Seed Bomb, I think that they might, expect that I'm throwing a Seed Bomb and not bother shielding, and they don't. So boom, down goes the Shadow. So now I'm going to be able to match up nicely against this Dugong with my Galvantula. And so they do decide to shield this one, which is absolutely fine. And the question is, can I get to another one? The answer to that question is a big fat no. So unable to get to another one, but going to be able to come in with the Galvantula and expect them to be throwing an Icy Wind here, and then they'll potentially get out of here. They throw the Water Pulse. Okay, so that's interesting, but they do get out of there, and unfortunately, the Stunfisk is there. So had I let my switch clock count down when my Trevenant got knocked out instead of jumping straight in with the Galvantula, I would be in a really good position right now. But instead, I got stuck in there with the Galvantula and couldn't swap in my uh, Diggersby. Would have been absolutely outstanding to swap that in straight away, but oh well. So they're going to come through with the Mud Bomb. I've swapped it in now, and that can do basically nothing to my Diggersby. So going to look to farm up a little bit of extra energy. Unfortunately, we looks like we CMP tied there. They're going to be throwing another Mud Bomb. There's no point throwing the Discharge because it just does nothing, and I'm never going to shield. So Mud Bombs all the way there. So going to throw the Earthquake and oh, so they've used their last shield. The question here is, are they going to try and sack swap this out? Yes, they are. So I'm just going to throw the Fire Punch here to try and preserve some energy and also let my switch clock count down. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get to the switch clock. It would have been really good had I just let my switch clock count down when my Trevenant was knocked out. I'd be in an absolutely outstanding position. Thankfully, it did not KO me there, which is absolutely fantastic. So going to be able to get to the discharge here. Going to take it out. I wanted to overfarm just a little bit because I wanted to throw my lunge straight away onto the Stunfisk just because I want to get it down in range, and if I can throw my lunge it means obviously attack's going to be debuffed, everything's going to be doing a little less damage, and I may be able to get to another one. So let's see what we can do here, and I'm able to get to another lunge. Outstanding. So the question here is, are they going to try and farm me down from this range, or are they just going to throw a charge move? They're going to throw a charge move. I've got a Fire Punch on my Diggersby, and I'm going to be able to take this match. So had I let my switch clock count down, this would have been the most comfortable match in the world, perfect alignment, but I didn't. I swapped in too quickly, and they swapped out, and I was switch locked in. So just keep in mind your switch clock and letting your timer count down a little bit, especially when the opposition isn't switch locked at the same time as you. So able to get that win on the first one made it a really hard match for myself there, and but still managed to get the win. So let's see what we can get in this second one. Hopefully we don't get as quite as bad a matchup as a Shadow Vic, and we get a Golem. Yeah, perfect matchup for me there, and we'll see what it is using. Yeah, there we go. And do expect to see a sack swap here, and going to come in with the Galvantula. So obviously Galvantula is not going to have a good matchup against Golem, and I'm wondering, is this going to be Night Slash? Is it going to be Sky Attack? So I'm going to let it go, and it's a Sky Attack, and that does a lot more damage than I thought. And now I'm going to throw the Discharge here. So probably should have. So what I definitely should have done there was shield that one up and throw a lunge. And yeah, so as you can see, they just flip switch around on me, and that's really not ideal. So the question here, I can't. Both of these Pokemon are useless against Noctowl because it's a normal type and it's flying. The ghost type moves from Trevenant are going to be useless, and the ground type moves on Diggersby are also going to be useless. So the fast moves just do absolutely nothing. Going to over farm here, get some energy on my Trevenant, and hope that whatever's in the back cannot handle a Trevenant with energy, and hoping Shadow Ball is going to be able to do some damage if I can get them to use their shield. Question is, will they? So Sky Attack's going to come through, and what is going to come out? So what have they got in the back? So I know that both my Trevenant and my Diggersby can handle the Golem, was it? And but what is their third Pokemon? So let's see what comes out. What have they got? And they're doing the sensible thing and letting their switch clock count down. So they're coming out. Oof. Whatever's in the back must be super, super weak to Diggersby. Either that or it's super, super strong against Trevenant. And we're about to, well, we'll see if they want to shield this up. If they do shield it up, we're in an oak. So let's see what it is. Um, so they come in with the Beedrill, okay. So Beedrill comes in, and that's absolutely terrible against Diggersby. So the poison type moves just going to do nothing. So that would explain it. Throw the Shadow Ball straight up, and they no shield it. At this point, they've got to know that this is GG's right here. We'll see if they want to shield up or just let it go. Seed bomb comes through and they let it go. Yeah, at that point, it's good game. So thankfully, they didn't have anything in the back that was super, super good against my team, and I was able to take that one, even though I misplayed the Galvantula matchup. If I'm matched up with my Galvantula against a flyer, especially a normal type flyer, then I just have to win that matchup because Diggersby and Trevenant cannot well, as you can see, don't do well against it. So for this one, we've got a good old Kingdra on the lead. So I'm going to swap straight out into the Trevenant here. And I think they were hoping for a bait there, so a sack swap. And I'm not going to fall for the sack swap. And we'll see if they want to shield up. If they don't shield up, this is going to be absolutely outstanding. And they do. They shielded up, but that's fine. Now I'm just going to have to look to farm down. Both of our moves are super effective, but as you can see, Trevenant is just super glassy. So it's getting absolutely schooled here. Bone Cubs comes through and it's not very effective, and I'm able to get to a second Shadow Ball. That is huge. Had they just swapped straight out into the Marowak, I wouldn't have got to that second move. They no shield it, and I've now won switch. So, question here is, what do I come in with? Um, the answer is going to be my Galvantula, and the reason for that is because it's going to be doing neutral damage, and we'll see what comes out here. So, Going to look to be getting to this discharge as quickly as possible. I'm going to need to shield this up. I do expect it to be an Octazooka, and it is the Octazooka. And does it debuff me? Yeah, I got the harsh attack fall, which is not ideal, not ideal at all. But we'll see what we come up with. So they no shield that, and because I've got so little attack, this is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. It's able to get to another charge move, and I'm not even able, yeah, not able to farm it down, just do no damage whatsoever. Octazooka coming through, let's see what comes out, and it's a Ludicolo. So this is an absolutely outstanding matchup against the Ludicolo. So I'm going to lunge here. It's super effective. Obviously, they've still got a shield, but that's fine. I want to debuff it, and then I'll come in with my uh, Diggersby here. Diggersby's got sort of, yeah, not a good matchup. Not a good matchup here at all. The only thing I can say is Razor Leaf isn't going to generate energy as quickly as, well, my Mud Shot is going to. So I'm going to be able to spam some of these charge moves, and we'll see what they want to do. So I don't think they're going to be able to charge up to back-to-back moves to be able to take out my take out my Diggersby and then throw straight into another charge move on my Galvantula, but let's find out. It is the Leaf Storm that does huge amounts of damage. Got the attack debuff, and I'm able to get to another charge move. So another lunge coming through, and it's going to be doing enough damage to take it out. And the reason I'm throwing lunge there instead of volt switch, instead of discharge, sorry, is because the grass typing will resist discharge, and then so discharge will be a neutral move, whereas lunge being a bug type move is super effective. So going to go for that one, and it debuffs as well, so absolute bonus right there. So we'll jump into this next one, and again we're doing okay, doing all right. So ranked against a very good player, and they have Crustal on the lead. So this is good for me, and I want it to avoid my Galvantula. So they swap into the Vigoroth. I'm going to swap straight into my Galvantula here. I'm going to shield this first one up, and we'll see what they want to do. So shield the first one up, and then we're going to throw the lunge. The question is, are they going to shield, or they're just going to sack this and let this go and then come in with the Crustal? That is the question. And no, so they're shielding this up, which is, I guess, okay for me. Going to go into the next lunge here, and hopefully we can actually take this thing well, or get it down a fair bit of health. And no, they're double shielding, which is fine. The question here is, do I want to shield? No, I'm going to let this one go. We'll see how close that gets me. It does take my health down a little bit, and we'll see if we can how much we can charge down here. So they're going to be throwing another charge move. I'm going to shield this up. And I'm going to hopefully be able to farm this down. Unfortunately, I don't commit to the farm down. Throw the lunge here, which means I am going to be able to maintain switch advantage. However, I'm not going to have any energy. So that Crustal is going to come in one fast move, and it should take me out, which it does. And then let's go with the Diggersby. So far, no shield. I've got the alignment that I want, and out comes a Pidgeot in the back. This is game. There's just nothing I can do here against this Pidgeot, and yeah, it resists absolutely everything. What I probably, yeah, just Pidgeot in the back. GG. See you later. It happens, doesn't it? So what are you going to do? It's just a thing to be mindful of if they're shielding up a lot. I mean, it's hard to know because obviously, I guess they wanted to win Switch because they thought they could get the Pidgeot aligned to the Diggersby. They weren't to know I also had a Trevenant, which does absolutely nothing against it. So for this one, Macargo on the lead, which is really good. And out comes a Venusaur. So I'm going to swap into my Galvantula here. A little bit slow on the swap there. Sort of thought about it a bit too much. Macargo is going to do damage to Galvantula, a lot of damage to Galvantula. So I'm going to swap that in. But it did take me a little bit of time to sort of think about that. So unfortunately, the Venusaur got a few extra charge moves in, and we'll see if I can get to another one. No, so they're going to throw straight into the next one. I won't shield this one. Expect it to be a Frenzy Plant coming through. It is, it will be resisted, so happy days. And I'm just going to go straight into my next um, charge move. Probably could have over farmed by one energy there, or maybe two, but didn't want to get too greedy and have to use a second shield on this thing. So they're up a shield, but I do maintain the switch advantage, which is really, really good because obviously with Diggersby doesn't need a shield against Macargo. So out comes, oh, and they've got a Shadow Vic in the back. So this is going to be interesting here. They've got two shields. I'm actually just going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. And I'm hoping that, again, they won't shield this one up. But they do have two shields. And, yeah, they do shield it up. So probably should have gone for Um, the seed bomb, but oh well. And I do expect this to be an acid spray, and it is, but it does mean, well, one, it means that I'm going to be having absolutely no health whatsoever. Because it's going to be able to absolutely wreck me because my defense drops even further. They use the second shield and charge me down, so they've got absolutely nothing left, but I don't want to be hit by any damage from this Razor Leaf, so I'm just going to go straight for the Fire Punch here, and that's going to be enough to take it out. And even though I've used all of my energy, they've got no shields, and it is a good game. So really good games there. Able to go 4-1. Sometimes people are just going to have that Pokemon in the back that you do not want to see, and that Pidgeot was it for me. So unfortunately, wasn't able to win that one, but was able to go 4-1. And like I said, if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button down below. Let's see what our reward is. It's a Frillish, which is, I mean, it's okay. I probably need to evolve one to get a PvP. Decent PvP Jellicent. I haven't even evolved one yet, so at some point I will need to do that. But like I said, if you liked what you saw, thanks very much for watching. Throw some team suggestions down in the comments if you've got any. Otherwise, let's see what that does to my rank. So let's see. So Ace, 2300s. So up into 2439. So if I can get a few more good sets like this, I might actually be able to level up. And that would be absolutely outstanding. But thank you for watching. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.